Start her up.
Hey, welcome to the live stream here, GFW Trains, and I am with none other than ALW Trains. ALW. GFW was a little bit under the weather today, so he couldn't do the stream. It's going to be me and special guest, ALW Trains. And just as we were coming on live, we had a little accident here, didn't we, Anita? And Anita this is kind of cool, actually. Anita is just starting to learn how to run some of these trains, right, Anita? Or at least run them and put them on the track and everything like that. So what we need you to do is back up that Santa Fe right now, and you can do that by pushing this button. And see the there you go. Just bring it on back. So how's everybody doing today? We're having a pretty good day here at the Wordrick House, getting lots done. George, like I said, he was feeling a little bit under the weather, but that was kind of a planned thing. So this is, we just didn't know how he was going to be doing. Not anything of an emergency nature or anything like that. Just, yeah. But it's good to have Anita here. That's for sure. Father-daughter bonding, they're saying, Anita, huh? Mm-hmm. Anita's like, well, yeah, I guess. Not exactly. So, all right, let me show you. So put your fingers like this, Anita, right? Down here in the trucks. And then it goes right on top like that. Got it? And then if you want to push them together, there's a little button right here. Push that one down like that, and it opens up. There you go. I think you're good to go. So how's everybody doing today? Everybody doing? Got lots of fun stuff coming here today. With the absence of George, we got Anita running trains, me talking about trains. We may, although he doesn't know this, we may try and give old Grandpa a call, see if we can get a tour of some of his cool post-war stuff. Wouldn't that be fun, Anita? Yeah, there you go. Now you got it going the right way. So I told Anita I just need somebody down here running trains and hanging out with me, having a good time. Smiling. Yup. The Queen. It's not ALW Trains. It's Santa Fe Queen. Is that your name?
Yes.
So like if you had your own YouTube channel, it'd be the Santa Fe Queen?
Yes.
You're perfect. You're just like George.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Perfect. We finally figured out what the numbers are on the big boy, huh? 40? Cool, we'll have to get that one running. Well, let's see who's here, Anita. We got some people here today. I saw that Grandpa was here, of course. And you know what else I saw here? Tita.
Hi, Tita.
She likes to tune in and watch every once in a while. All right, so let's see. Texas Train Master's here, saying howdy ho. He's going to be having a live stream after hours, so make sure you tune in and check in with him. We got Trains and Things. Trains and Things, always watching. I hope everything's going good with his move. Let's see here. Train Storm, PR Marquette Productions. Texas Train Master finally got to a century mark. Got 100 subscribers today, so he's celebrating about that one. So giving away some stuff on his live stream today, celebrating 100 subscribers. Brian Burns in the house. Trains and Things says COVID put the screws on a lot of things, and says, hey Wally, only big boys today. And I said, we got Santa Fe Queen here, so we'll be getting some more stuff, Santa Fe stuff, huh?
Yeah.
And let's see here, Grandpa's here, of course. Charlie's Model Trains in the house. Good to see Charlie's Model Trains here. And then Tita's here. Mommy Lulu, good to see you. Our good friend Tim's Trains, Tim Fron. Good to see you. Good to see you here. Brian Burns says that you're looking at the remote and you're thinking, how do I use this?
Yeah.
But that's cool. She's going to learn, aren't you?
Yes.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that you're actually coming down here and learning how to do it. That's the bell. Nice. High five. High five. High five. Texas Trainmaster says, hey, there's the Harvey girl. Do you know what a Harvey girl is, Anita?
Said it's someone who works on the same floor.
Right, right. And I'm going to turn this down just a little bit if you don't mind. There you go, just like that. So, yeah, somebody who used to work on the Santa Fe Railroad at the stops where the Santa Fe would go.
That's cool.
Yep.
Harvey girl.
Harvey Girl. They made a movie about Harvey Girls.
Really?
Yeah, they did. I forgot there was a pretty big star in the Harvey Girls, or in the movie. I think it was Debbie Reynolds or something like that. She was in in that one. Grandpa says, "Hi, Anita."
Hi.
Red Caboose Productions here. Says, "Sorry I'm late. Where's George? Still been under the weather today, so we got to fill in. I had to shell out a couple extra bucks and get the really George is a high-priced talent. Anita, the queen, the really high-priced talent.
Yeah.
Pretty soon later, she's going to sing and dance for us, right, Anita?
Maybe. Not singing, but maybe dancing.
Dancing. Oh. For those of you who didn't know, Anita's a dancer. She's a really good dancer. Really good dancer. She can do the splits on chairs. Over splits on chairs. So she's got one leg on one chair, another leg on the other chair. You can actually be suspended between the two chairs. Solid, Anita. Solid. Some people are saying, what's that got to do with trains? It's like training.
It's my hobby.
Oh, all right. That's
It's
fair.
everything. We talk about everything, but mostly trains.
Oh, yes.
This is the everything
This is
part.
the everything part. I like it. I like it. GFW trains. We're talking about everything, but mostly trains. But today, we're going to veer more towards
everything.
the everything side.
Yes, the everything side.
Very good. Very good. So Nathanator 6688. That's a new name. Good to see you here. Give him a whistle, Nita. And he's one in Texas. Are you going to stream today? And it's my understanding Texas is going to stream as soon as we're done here. 100 subscriber special today. So got 100 subscribers for him. Let's see here. Red Caboose. Let's see here. Trades the thing says, does Anita like the black bonnet Santa Fe? Anita, do you know what the black bonnet Santa Fe is? Let me explain it to you. Why don't you go over there and get one of those the silver ones over there, Anita? In the back. I like that black bonnet. That's kind of a neat one. For those of you, I'll explain it when Anita gets over here. That's the one.
Oh, fingers?
Yeah. So Anita, so the black bonnet Santa Fe is just like this one, but in the INL catalog, for some reason, and I forget what year, I want to say it's probably like 1958, the silver on this was black. And some people think it was just the way that the silver was tinted and that they made it look like it was going to be black, but it looked black. So rather than having it silver, it's black. They called it the black. Actually, they had it, and for years and years and years, they didn't come out with one, and they always wondered why it was like that in the catalog. So, like relatively recently, I believe both K-Line and MTH came out with one that's like this but black. Would you like a black one, or you like the silver one?
Silver one.
Silver.
Wait, which one's more rare?
Well, this one is the old one, and this one is obviously it's worth more because but the other one probably costs more. Some of it. So good.
Where Presente says, Hola, Wally. Hola, mi princesa.
Oh, that's good. Good to see you, Yaya. Tim's Train says, all right. Hey, George Rubik, how you doing? Nita, how's that whistle? You got that whistle ready to go? So we got some more people to check in. We got UP 1995 Rail fan. It says, and Tim friend Dan Greer, but UP95 rail fan, give him a whistle. Thanks for coming in today. And Grandpa's checking in, and he says that Judy Garland, old-timey actress, really pretty old-timey actress. She was in the Harvey Girls. Starred in the Harvey Girls, right? Right. See, Trains and Things says, I have a Lionel FA black bonnet set that I might part with once I get them again, several months away. Oh, probably had that one sent out? Oh, no. He's moving. Trains and Things is moving, so he sent that black bonnet out. That's it. I'll have to show you a picture of that one, Anita. And Tim's Trains is calling UP 1995 rail fan a foamer. Anita, do you know what a foamer is? You don't know what a foamer is? It's like somebody who gets so crazy about trains when they see them, they like get ecstatic and they foam at them out like a crazy dog. So the railroad guys, the guys that work on the railroad, they call those people foamers. So like if you see a crazy person on the side, they call them foamers. Isn't that silly?
Yeah.
So Tim was jokingly calling his buddy a foamer. Cross Anchor Railroad's here today. Says, hi, Wally and Anita. So cool she wants to do this.
Yeah.
I have to pay her. How much do I have to pay her? Like $250?
You don't have to pay me at all.
Oh,
This
I was
was
just
your
offering to pay you
choice.
for $250.
I'll take it.
No, you already said you'd do it for free. You just said you'd do it for free. Why would I pay you now? No.
Because you said so.
You're the best. Thanks for coming down. It is cool that you're here, Anita. Says, hope as well. My hat's off to you, Wally. Video editing is harder than it looks. My hat's off to you. Well, thanks there, Cross Anchor Production. It is a lot harder. And especially since we've been doing these live streams and trying to figure out how to do this stuff and all of that stuff. I watched a live stream that we did the other day, and I couldn't believe like some of the stuff that appears on my end is going well, but on the other end it isn't. For instance, that lead-in, with the starter up part. Yep. That's a little bit more difficult to get spot on than you'd think. You'd think it would be just easy enough to press a button. Like if you watch it today, I realized that halfway through it had some stuff on there from yes, that's the word I was looking for. Computer, Anita. You're good. Pretty soon you're gonna Wally Pip your brother. That means that I won't want him back. I got the real deal with me. I don't need the GFW trains. I got the Santa Fe Queen with me. So why would I need GFW trains back, huh?
My motto's gonna be like, we talk about trains, but mostly everything.
I like that. So GFW trains is we talk about everything, but mostly trains.
Yeah.
And the Santa Fe Queen is we talk about everything.
No,
But
it's
we talk about
trains, but mostly everything.
we talk about. Red Good Bruce Productions says, sorry to hear George is sick. My best wishes. And it's all right. It's not. The sick isn't something to be really too concerned about. It's not something that's
It's like a headache.
lasting and everything like that. Just a little temporary bring me down. So he'll be bouncing back at no time, I'm sure. So, like I said, got the high price talent today. High five. Red Caboose Productions says, hope y'all having a good day. Are you having a good day, Anita?
Yes.
Cool. And Stephen Coverill. Steve's here.
Right. Wait.
Give him a whistle. Yeah, Anita's birthday's right around the corner. And I learned Steve's birthday is right around the corner, too.
It's his birthday.
His is May 31st. A couple days after yours, huh, Anita? Yeah. So somebody says that the Red Caboose Production in here says the stream is going to turn into the Santa Fe stream.
Yes. Should
Troy-
make like a special day for me.
A special Anita Day. I like that. You come down and run trains with us?
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Give me a whistle on that one. Special Santa Fe. Well, that's not really a Santa Fe whistle. That's a Norfolk and Western whistle. I bet you didn't know that.
Nope.
Santa Fe whistles don't normally sound like that, but that engine came from the Norfolk and Western. The Santa Fe bought it for them, and they kept the whistle. So that's why it sounds like that one. All right, Otis Tooley's here, says hi to you. Big O, as we like to call him. Big O says hi to you, George, from the town of Princeton, West Virginia. Just got home from work. Well, good to have you with us, Big O. hang out, grab something to drink. I just forgot to get you something to drink. Hang out with us. Don't know how long we're going to be doing it today. Probably until Anita gets slappy. You got this.
I dance.
Well, what time do you have dance?
Like 7.
7 o'clock? Then I'm solo. And I'll fly solo after that, huh?
Because I know you guys like do your live streams with guys.
Yep. Sometimes we do it less. So Tim's Trains is saying and checking in, saying that the black bonnet came in the 1948 catalog, Anita, and the flash from the light bulb made the silver look black.
Oh.
So Trainstorm Pierre Marquette Production says, well, I'm back. Hey, Wally and Anita, hope George is well, like we said. Yeah, I think there's no problem with Georgie. Just a little bit under the weather for today and couldn't make it down here. So Anita graciously volunteered to come down and run some trains with us. James Trains checking in, Anita. You got a whistle for James? James's Trains? I always call it James Trains, but it's James's Trains. Give him a whistle. Everybody's celebrating Texas and the 100 subscriber special there. Trains and things that show her my run on my channel. I'll definitely have to do that. Show Anita. Since she's starting to get into some of these trains and learning about some of these trains. All right, so you know diesel, right?
Yes.
You know steam engine, right?
Yes.
Do you know what an articulated steam engine is?
No.
All right. You're going to learn and give you some knowledge. All right. So see how this one has got the wheels that go around like this? Those are called drivers. I'll point them out. These are called drivers, right? And see how this has got 2 sets of drivers? They're 2 separate ones. When it has 2 sets of drivers, it's an articulated locomotive. So a locomotive that only has one, it's not an articulated locomotive. So that one right there, the 1218, see how it's got 2 sets of drivers?
Yes.
Is that articulated or not articulated? Articulated. How about the one behind it? That one's called the Berkshire. Man, she's way smarter than George. I am definitely going to need to trade up to this one right here. Let's see here. Texas Train Master says, just got done listening to your song, Anita, on the Etchison Topeka and the Santa Fe. Yeah, there's a Santa Fe song called the Etchison Topeka and the Santa Fe. Yeah, Johnny Mercer. And you know, Anita, the star, this is Grandma's for Grandma's point now, that the star of Harvey Girls, Anita, is Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz.
Ah, that's cool.
Yep. And Big O is saying she asked for the Frozen 2 train set. Still trying to get you that Frozen 2, huh? I think she wants to ask Grandpa for the Lady Lionel. The Lady Lionel is sometimes known as the girls' train. And the girls' train, do you know which one the girls' train is? That's one of Grandpa's most prized trains that he's got. It's the pink one, right? Why don't you get right up here and sometimes people have a hard time here in Georgia over here, so especially when you've got there we go. When we got the engine going, so.
I guess the reason why I speak quietly is because I don't want to get it wrong and then act. I don't know.
You're doing good, Anita. You're doing good. Did you get embarrassed?
Yes.
Because we got all these train guys on here?
Yes.
And you're the non-train guy?
Yeah.
Actually, we all like it. I think it's kind of neat. We're able to teach somebody stuff that we know. There are things that we know, like articulated locomotives. Now you know what a driver is, right?
Yeah.
And an articulated locomotive. Diesels don't have drivers. Theirs are called trucks. Yep. Trucks. So like the George Bush one over here, those 3 on the front and on the back, those silver ones down there, those are called trucks. Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. James Trains is asking, this is a good question, Anita, do you like the Norfolk and Western J? And I bet she's not going to know that one right off the top of her head, but I know that she would know it if she saw it. It's black, And it looks like a bullet with a red stripe. Probably not right off the top of your head, huh? You can look up a picture. Actually, Anita, if you want to, my phone's right there. You want to grab it? Oh, whoa! Anita's getting all technical on me. Look it right. We're gonna look it up here. We're pulling this one up for Anita.
Yes.
There we go.
The question is if I like it.
Anita, do you like the Norfolk and Western J?
Yes.
That's a pretty cool one, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a fan favorite right there. 611 Norfolk and Western J is for sure. You like that one, huh?
Yes.
That's a favorite of mine as well. They say that one had the potential to be one of the fastest locomotives, Anita. Now I'm lost. I'm lost, Anita. Oh, there we go. We're found it again. Yeah. Tim's got the black bonnets and says that he wishes he had the matching passenger cars to go with those black bonnets. Trainstorm's asking if George doesn't have the COVID. No, he doesn't have the COVID. Just
Nothing close.
no, nothing close. Just trying to get his brain working right. He's got a headache today, so not much sleep last night. Headache today. A little bit under the weather. Like I said, the good news is we got an upgrade. Right, Anita?
I don't know if it's much of an upgrade. It's more like a downgrade.
Well, it's 2 years younger, but
Less knowledge.
better smile.
Yes.
Better smile.
Better answers.
Better answers. Maybe people can hear you. I don't know if they can hear her, but we can't hear George. Sometimes George when he talks. Yes.
Hi. Everyone can hear me. Hopefully.
What's that?
I said everyone can hear me. Hopefully.
You have to watch right here. Right, those you want to get like to the edge of the green and into the yellow, and then that's one that they for sure can hear. So Otis Tooley says Anita needs a super chat for the Frozen 2 train set so she can run it on family run nights. Super chat is something where you can give money on the chat down at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Let's see, Red Caboose Santa Fe black bonnet exists. Why do I picture the black bonnet slowly morphing into Norfolk and Southern first responder tank car? Yeah, that's a good one. Trains, I think, says Tim's Trains. I have the four car freight and passenger set, but still looking for the 4 add-on passenger cars. James's Trains, again, asking about the Norfolk and Western J. We got that. Brian Burns says, Anita, you eventually think you know how to use a Cab 2 remote, but then you'd hear how to do a factory reset, engine ID set, engine set, auxiliary 1, 74 set.
I wish I never heard that. Hey, Grandma.
Got a whistle from Anita from Grandma. Trains and Things says that black bonnet went for $500 for last auction. Seems like it, yeah. But it's also kind of expensive. Trains and Things got his for $350, but he had to have it. Hey, we got a new person checking in. Oh, no, we don't. It's Charleston Rail Fan, but he's got a new name that is just going to be hard for me to say on the stream. I'm going to just have to call him 767. This one right here, Anita. AW. Yep. Give him a whistle, though. He wants a 767, wants to know who saw the Q046. Brian Burns says just because they had 2 sets of drivers doesn't mean it's articulated. Articulated means that the boiler swings. All right, there you go. James Train says Texas Train Masters should call his live stream the 100 subscriber Texas special. There you go. I'm Yayas checking in, saying hi Anita, and 767's asking where's George. But we sacked George and we hired the high price help.
Hired.
Yep, we hired her. Gave her some chicken for dinner. Said you come down, you're gonna be on the live stream with Papa today. What do you think of that one, Anita? And Anita liked that, so there we are.
Learning new stuff.
Learning new stuff. Exactly, Anita. That's really cool that he came down. I really appreciate that. Yep, there's that $1 million smile right there. Just got the braces off. So I was really like, that's the true thing. It did cost me $1 million to get that smile.
A little bit less. A lot less.
But you got him off before your brother did, didn't you?
Yes. I had him on before.
Yeah, you had him on before. So, we got a crazy train coming here now. Trainstorm says, I love that Anita enjoys trains. It's always nice to see a female interested in the hobby. Kind of interested, right?
Yeah, I'm like not fully into it like you guys are, but yeah, I'm learning something new every day.
I think it's fun too that you're learning and you're coming down here wanting to spend time with your pops. Gotta give you a high five on that one. Grandpa says she'll have to fight Grammy for it. She has Lionel's first remake of it, and he's got the 1957. He's talking about the Lady Lionel, the girls' train.
Yes.
Yep.
That's cool.
That is a neat one. That would be a neat one. I know it, Anita. If you were to get a train, any train, Anita, and I'll come back to you in just a second. I want you to think for a moment. What train would it be? I know that's a tough one. That's like asking me if I could do one dance move forever. What dance move would it be? I really wouldn't know how to answer it, but think about that for a second.
You would do the Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Roll. The Tootsie Roll. I would do open, close,
Faster.
faster.
Yeah, that's one of my dances. I'm just gonna go on the everything part. Actually, it's kind of like a joke between us. So I had one dance called Flocka. It's about flamingos, and the lyrics to the song is open, close, faster, faster. And Papa likes to say open every time he hears someone say open because it's like.
And I say it like the song open.
As the internet would say, it's like a brainworm.
A brainworm.
Earworm.
Yep.
Because like you can't like unhear it. Like it's such a good song, and every time someone says open, he goes open, close. It's kind of funny.
Yep. And James Trains give me a couple winks. Wink, wink. I know what you're talking about, James Trains. Oh gosh, I'm really behind on this. It's 611. Everybody loves that 611, that J, Anita. Everyone loves that. And everyone says that they can hear you.
Good.
So Texas Train Master is wondering if you know how to use the crew talk function on the remote. Push this button, and then push that button. When it comes around, hit that button, do the same thing. And then the other one you can do is that button, the aux1 button, and then number 5. This one doesn't have real good crew talk, I don't think. Slow it down here so everyone can hear it. Now do it. Number 2.
Do you have a telephone number, Michelle? Do you have a telephone number, Michelle?
That's when George doesn't need to know what he's talking about. That's how he talks. He uses early Lionel. Actually, I did that with my dad too. When
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something.
when he asked me to do something that I didn't want to do.
Oh, you're not.
I'm gonna do that.
Oh, I'm not. That's all.
Oh, God. We did a blowdown. I forgot how to get that thing turned back on. We'll just do this. There we go. Hey, all right, Anita, we got some more people checking in. We got the hotline here. It says, hello, friends. Hope you're well. George looks different. Yep, George, a little bit under the weather, so we got the high price help. Anita's coming in, helping us out with the stream today and hanging out and doing some train stuff, enjoying our time together, aren't we, Anita? D. Klinger's here. Give him a whistle. Saying hello. Yep. Red Caboose Production says, anyone shows Anita something non-Santa Fe related. Person, here, do you like this, Anita? And your answer is?
No.
Oh, gosh. DB Tech, who's another one. Give him a whistle, Anita. First time he's saying anything here. DB Tech says, what does Anita like about trains? Do you have a favorite kind of train? Now that you're thinking about that, what do you think? Diesel, all right, let's do this. Diesel or steam or electric? Electric's like the GG1.
That's hard. I like them all.
Yeah?
Yes. But if I had to choose one, I would choose steam.
Steam?
Yes.
All right. Big steamies or little steamies?
Little ones.
You like the little ones better
I think
than...
they're both good.
Yeah? Or you like the smaller ones better than the big ones?
The little ones are cuter.
Ah, the cuteness factor. I get it. So a little steamy. Do you want to run a little steamy? I don't think I have any little Santa Fe steamies. It's okay. I'll run the big ones. So Red Caboose Production saying, plot twist, Anita is older than George by a split second.
Plot twist.
Well, she might not be older than George, but there is times when she's faster than George. Cross country, huh, Anita?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't happen all the time. It has happened that she's a split second faster than George on the track, huh?
Split second.
Oh, look at you. It's a little bit more than a split second?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Sometimes.
And Grandpa says that you're certainly better looking.
Yes. It's usually when the season starts because I have done 2 clubs. I do cross country. Then after that, I would do track clubs. So, yeah. So usually when...
So you run a lot more.
Yes. So I do the track during the summer and sometimes like during the spring and winter. And then I would just be in shape all the time. And then George would have his other stuff to do. So, like trains.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, no.
We got a something. Oh, gosh, I don't even know how to do this. Otis Tooley. Big O giving Anita $5 for the...
Thank you.
Thank you. We said, Otis, that if you give something in the super chat, if you want, we'll run whatever you want on the layout. That's our thing. But thank you for that. That's cool, Anita.
I'm $5 richer.
In the towards the Frozen 2 set.
Yes.
And
How much does it cost?
I don't know. I don't know right off the top of my head. And I'll have to look. And if you want, Big O, we'll run whatever you want.
Yes.
So Burger Dog Videos is here. Did we get Burger Dog a whistle, Anita? Get him a whistle. Red Caboose Production says I would get anything. It would be a GG1 and a PC Caboose. Still waiting for quarantine to end. Yep.
That's cool.
And we must have just gone through some pixelization because we always say that when there's pixelization, George dances.
I dance.
We totally missed that.
I could dance whenever you want me to.
Ooh, pretty good. Robert Ciceri's in the house. He says, hello, everybody. Sorry I'm late. Just finished watching an Atherin live chat. Well, that's pretty cool.
George is kind of like under the weather. I'm not under the weather, but
Not feeling so good today.
Yeah.
So I got Anita to fill in for him. She's running trains, learning some stuff about trains, diesel, steam, articulated, drivers, And what do those called?
Trucks.
Nice, nice, Anita. Good stuff. Good stuff. Red Caboose Productions says it's kind of weird that it's called a foamer, even though 90%, including me, don't foam from the mouth.
You never know.
Never know. You never know.
There's always the other 10%.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. The Hana line says Japanese steamers, obviously. He likes Japanese trains. Yeah. Yep.
I think Japanese trains are pretty cool. Especially like, what's it called? Bullet?
Yep.
What they call it.
Oh, look at that. Trains and Things also coming in with a super chat. They're coming in, Anita. So we got it, all right. We got Big O
$1.99.
right there up top. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that one, huh?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
If super chat, you get to choose what kind of train you want. So we'll run whatever you need. So get Matthew Fain a whistle, Anita.
Woo.
Let's see here. Matthew's asking the same thing you did, Anita. How much are those Frozen train sets? We're not sure.
What? Look it up. Here, I'll look it up right here.
Oh, you're looking it up?
Yes.
Hey, North American Trains is here. Give him a whistle, Anita.
Alright.
Ooh, got some extra chuff on there. Good stuff. I think we're all caught up. Let me just make sure of this. Otis Tooley says he wants the Nickelback Berkshire to go run.
What's that?
That is the we got another super chat. Look at that. Trains and Things coming in with $4.99. Look at this, Anita. It's coming in for you for that set. All right. Otis, we'll get that Berkshire running for you. I'll show Anita what that one is. Big O, Big O wants that. Trains and Things. Got some coming in there. Thank you for that. We'll run what you want. Yep, that's it right there. But I don't think. Oh, that's not. You want the Lionel one. That one's just the. There we go. That's one. That one's the the cheapy one that just runs $400. Look at that.
Here, show it.
Show that one. Yep. Red Caboose Production says the $2 was a joke. Him trying to be funny, he failed. No, it's all good, buddy. It's all good. We're good here. And Trains and Things is supposed to be $5. And Red Caboose Production says Nickelback. Look at this Berkshire. So all right, Anita, I'll show you the Berkshire. Right? This is the one. We got to make sure that this is the one that Big O wants. And Trains and Things, you got to tell me what you want if you want to run something. That's the Berkshire. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take that Union Pacific, that Big Boy off, and we'll put that one on the track that the Big Boy's going. I just got to figure out how to do that. Probably just use a five-finger switcher. You can put that down right here if you want, Anita.
Trains and Things says Anita can run her favorite.
Ooh.
I think Santa Fe Buck 2.
The Santa Fe Queen. I got it, Anita.
That's cool. You like Santa Fe's like me.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if I got a cool Santa Fe that you can run other than this one. I've got some that look like that. I've got the one that looks like a ride-on train. You like this one? All right, are you sure? $5 to change it. It's good. It's all good. It's all good. All right.
My fan.
Yes.
My train people. My Santa Fe / Frozen 2 lovers. That's what I'm going to call you guys.
All right. This is going to look a little odd, but we'll take this Big Boy off and put the CNO with the UP cars. Oh, that's a heavy one, Anita.
break.
Oh, it's a little dance break while I'm putting this on. Hold on a second. All right.
What color is dance break? I'll do a Kooping turn. Oh, sorry, can't see.
Do you want me to move this?
No, it's okay.
I think that's the best.
Dance break. There's the silver.
There's silver war bonnet steam look. So they're all black. That's silver is saying that so the war bonnet's the paint job like that.
It's great. Do you want to do some dancing with me?
No. I tell you what I'd rather do is put on trains, Anita. Show us your best stuff. Are you warmed up?
Yeah, I have to.
All right, show us the splits.
I'll have to have my chair.
Just the regular splits is fine.
It's okay.
All right, go ahead.
Regular splits are too easy. Sorry. That's what.
There we go. That's the dance break.
That's what Papa means by the over splits. If you guys didn't know what that was. Matthew says, "I wish I had $400 to donate." I think we all wish we had $400.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But thank you. Okay, dance break is over.
Back to trains.
Yes.
Back to trains. So, right. So, Trains and Things says, I like steam and silver. Matthew Fain's back says his computer died.
Ah. Is it okay?
Here we go. Yes, we got to get this back. Hey, we caught up with the chat. Reward, we get a train. Look at that. Boom.
Thank you.
Brian Burns says, I wish you had $400 to buy another M1. That's the type of train, as opposed to an M1 rifle.
I wish you had $400 to buy another one.
Look at that. Look at that. And let's see here. Ash Trent says, hello, everyone. I guess Anita's filling in for George today. Yep. George, if you're just joining us, George's a little bit under the weather. So I talked Anita into coming down and helping out. We're talking a little bit about trains from Anita's perspective. We got that she likes steam engines.
Yes.
And she likes little steam engines.
Cute.
Right. She likes them because they're cute. Matthew Fain says he spent $140 on HO scale trains. Or $104
That's
for the little ones. Yeah.
George is making an N-scale
Oh yeah, George is making an N-scale T-track module.
track.
Yep, as we speak. Got that for his birthday.
Yeah, he's just been loving that.
Yeah, he sure has.
Focusing on that ever since. Don't
Yep.
have anyone
George-
to.
George gets like into phases where he likes stuff for really intensely and then moves on to the next thing really intensely. So he's probably going to be off working on the layout for a little while he works on this little N-scale module. Humanity Junction did it to him. As a YouTuber.
Good job.
Hanaline says he wouldn't be able to get up if he tried to do splits like you, Anita. Oh, this is a good question, Anita. Do you like freight trains or passenger trains?
Passenger trains.
And what's your favorite kind of car?
I don't know. I didn't really think about that. I guess you guys will have to ask me again when I'm more.
Yep. let's see. Red Caboose. I missed a couple on the stream here, guys. So sorry about that. Red Caboose says I have an HO scale, and then and I need a GG1 and a PC Caboose, or I'll die. I think he's making a joke.
I know.
Brian Burns says he spent $800 on an E6. Ooh, big spender there, Mr. Burns. Oh, that's good. That's a new train. I'm sure that you love that one. Overpay, but hey, sometimes you got to pay to get what you want, right, Anita?
Yes.
And Trains is things trying to pump everybody to get you that set, Anita.
Yeah, but if we do get that set, I'll be running that thing all over the place.
Let's see here. DB Tech says, does Anita have any ideas or anything that should be built on the layout? That's a really good idea. Any scenery or landscape? Maybe you can tell them what you did on the layout. That's kind of a cool thing.
Sorry. Gotta make dramatic pause.
She did that one right there. She wired that switch up all by herself.
Why?
Well, not all by. Well, I taught her how to do it, right? She did that for an engineering project, or a project for an engineering class.
No specific type of engineering. It's just engineering.
I'm trying to get her to wire something else up for me.
Exploratory class.
Trying to get her to wire something else up for me, but no dice on that. See, Red Caboose Production says you like little steam trains. Here's a little steam train. Tall man, little train. Matthew Fain says I have two $200 CSX AC 4400s. Cool, cool. D. Klinger says if George needs help with N scale, I'm the guy to go to. Well, he probably will. Probably will. He's just starting that up. Just starting that up. So, Red Caboose Productions is Dan, $800 for an E6. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Not money that I have.
Yep. And there you go. There you go. So Anita, you like passenger trains over steam trains? I mean freight trains. What's your favorite kind of freight car? And what's your favorite kind of passenger car?
I really don't know because I
Dome car? Observation car?
Oh,
Dining car? Sleeper
dining car. Dining car. I like to eat.
Yeah, we've got. That's one of our favorite things to do when we take train trips, isn't it, Anita? We go into the dining car and we'll eat, right? Right, Anita?
Right. Sorry. Lost in the comments.
What's your favorite thing that you've eaten on Amtrak trains? Do you remember where we've gone on Amtrak trains, Anita?
Yes.
Where have we gone?
We've gone to New Orleans.
A couple times, right?
Yes.
City of New Orleans, and then you've gotten a chance to eat on that train a couple of times, right?
Yep. That's where the famous picture of me going.
Oh. So Hannah is asking, is George going to use Kato Japan locomotives? I think he is, actually, in all honesty. He just ordered some the other day. I told him to wait, and he's heck bent on doing what he wants to do. So everyone's weighing in saying that the dining car is a good choice. I mean, for you to pick.
I also like the dome car because it's like really cool to see all the windows and stuff and like the scenery and everything. I like that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've only ridden on an actual dome car like we got on the trains over here once, but they've got those really nice scenic cars on the Amtrak. What's that? It was a long time ago on a dinner train that we rode in Washington, the state of Washington. Tim's Train says the most expensive locomotive that he ever bought was his nickel plate road Berkshire 759. That's a beautiful engine, let me tell you.
Which is?
It's an engine like the one that's whistling right now. I don't know. I bet you that he spent close. I bet you it was around $1,000, give or take $200.
Big purchase. I'm sure you like it.
Yep. Hannah Line says nice. Well, if he needs a hand with them, let me know. For sure. Texas Trainmaster says, can y'all run the Santa Fe War Bonnet passenger train for him? We might be able to do that. Might be able to do that. We'll see what we got going on here. Trains and Things says, I have lots of Kato N-scale engines, nice running little babies. Well, that's cool. Like I said, George got the T-Track module for his birthday, little N-scale thing. He's been wanting to do that for a long, long time. And Humanity Junction guy, or somebody who's a subscriber who comes on here quite often and joins us with our streams, has a lot of information about those T-Track modules that he shared with George. And so George has got his kick on that T-Track module. It's all over our living room table right now, isn't it, Anita?
Yes. Mom's been getting on his case about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for those people that are posting up asking you to read their last post, if you could do me a favor, rather than post that in, if you could just repost what you posted before. It's a lot easier than me having to scroll back and try and find what you got. So,
Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to ignore you or anything like that. It's hard to keep track of that when you're on our end.
Yeah. It took us a while to catch up.
How we're caught up, and I don't want to lose track of where we're at.
Nope.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, It was kind of fun.
That's a good sounding whistle, is that? You like that whistle? I like your whistle too. We got some nice whistles on here. Yep.
I like Uncle Bill's honk.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That was fun. For those of you that are just tuning in, George had a birthday. In fact, that's one of the reasons why we still got all of these birthday decorations around here. It's May 15th was his birthday, and
Streamers.
yep, balloons, and anyway, we had a birthday parade for him out in front of our house, and a good friend of ours a long time ago bought not only a train horn, but he bought a train bell too, and he rolled by our house during this parade, opened up the rear of his Suburban, and all of a sudden, train horn. Like a train was coming right through our neighborhood.
Yes, it was awesome. I can tell George loved it.
Yeah, it was so cool. That was so cool. Trainstorm says my most expensive is an MTH HO 1225 Berkshire at $420. That's a neat little locomotive there too. Do you know what the 1225 Berkshire is, Anita? I bet you do. As soon as I'm gonna tell you, a light bulb's gonna go off. Look at the number 1225, and if it was a date, what date would that be? What's that?
December 25th.
Say it louder.
December 25th.
You're right.
Yeah.
Say it louder.
December 25th.
All right.
Sorry.
So December 25th.
Said it really quiet.
That's so 1225 is December 25th. Do you know of any trains that are famous for December 25th? I know that the trains around the Christmas tree are really famous. But
it's the train in.
that movie?
I don't know. How did I forget?
All aboard the. Oh.
Polar Express.
There we go. 1225 is the Polar
Sorry,
Express.
that took me a while. I just had a brain fart.
Yep. I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies.
Yes.
So Hana Line's asking if you've ever seen the Hello Kitty Bullet Train or the newer Hello Kitty train.
No, but I would like to
Yeah,
see it. Yeah.
I would too.
Actually, funny story. Antoinette, which is my aunt, his sister, told me that we were gonna go on a Hello Kitty plane, and I love Hello Kitty. Like I used to really love Hello Kitty. Still like it now. I was like obsessed with her, and she told me that she was gonna bring me on this plane.
Actually, the way that it went, she sent you a picture.
Yes.
She said, wouldn't it be fun to ride this sometime?
Yes, and me, I thought she was saying that we were gonna go to Japan on this plane. So I like packed my bags and everything. I was like, let's go. We need to go on this Hello Kitty plane. Sorry. And she had written to me saying that it was just a joke, like just an idea. It wasn't like we were gonna actually do it. And I was really sad.
Well, you just misinterpreted what she said. She didn't
Yes.
say it as a joke like
Yeah,
she's going
I
to do
know.
it. She said, wouldn't it be fun to ride this? You thought, we're going to ride this!
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Honaline says I'll drop a pic of both in the Discord, so I'll have to show you when he does. Big O says he ordered the 1225 Berkshire from Lionel, Lion Chief, $599 in September 2019, and is still waiting on it to be delivered. It's probably in a shipping container somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, coming across. Train Storm says, Otis Tooley, I ordered my MTH 1225 in December. Should get here in June. I hope you guys get yours soon. Red Caboose Production says, I feel like they should remaster the Polar Express with a remastered 1225. Not that the original 1225, it just needs improvement on the details. Red Caboose, which one are you talking about? The Lionel one? The 10th anniversary one that they made for Lionel is a beautiful locomotive. I really like that one a lot. In fact, I've been kicking around trying to make the determination if that's one that I'd like to get. That's the scale 10th anniversary Berkshire, Polar Express Berkshire with the scale cars. That one's a showstopper in my mind. That's what I have to say. Trains and Things says those two hybrid 150 Golden Spikes are over $1,000 each. Nothing is cheap these days. I know. We were gonna buy that Golden Spike set for my dad with those two until we saw what the price was, and yeah, I have to take out a loan if we want to do that.
Hello Kitty trains.
Honaline says Anita needs a Kato N-Gauge set with the Hello Kitty trains.
I do.
She would like that. And then Honaline says the Polar Express is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. I bet you that you're probably going to get an affirmative of all of the trainiacs on here that that's their favorite Christmas movie. What's your favorite Christmas movie, Anita?
Home Alone. Mine's favorite is Home Alone.
Oh yeah, Home Alone's another great one.
Or I'm pretty sure on the Discord group that George is on, it's like there's a picture of him like.
Trainmaster says, can you please operate the Santa Fe War Bonnet passenger set for me? Yep, we'll try and get to that. We're just working through some stuff. The War Bonnet that we've got, George's one over here, we can probably run. And then I've got mine that we can run in the back too. So I was thinking about putting mine, but maybe we just run George's. We're running the Command right now, and that one's conventional. And the theory shouldn't be that hard to do. So, Otis Big O says I have my Polar Express running in my living room. Should see my videos. Train Storm says Polar Express is what got me into trains when I first watched it back in the day, which is why 1225 is my favorite.
That's cool. I'll smash that like button.
You know what? DB Tex got another really good one. Says his favorite Christmas movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Do you remember that one? Where all of the family people
Yes.
Anita didn't like that one because she said it was just too scary for the family. I think when you get older, you're going to love that one,
It's like
Anita.
making me cringe every second. Everything wrong happening in that movie.
So, Honaline says, sorry, I should say that I'm the channel formerly known as Sakura Densha. Yes, caught that one. So just so everyone got it. And Anita also says that, or Trains Things also says that he agrees with Anita. Favorite one is Home Alone 1. And Red Caboose Productions says Home Alone is indeed a great movie. Residents of Chicago, indeed. Which is what we are, right?
Yeah. I like the second one too. The second one's pretty good. Sorry, off top.
Yep. And Trainmaster says the Polar Express is at the top of his list. Iron Fox 7's here. Good to see Iron Fox. Hope everything's going well with your move. You got a clap and a whistle from Anita there. I'll give you a Berkshire whistle too. So, hope the move is coming along good, Iron Fox. I'm glad to have you here for us, hanging out for a little bit. Trains and Things is saying the future grandkid gift. Yep. So, all right, let me see what we can do about getting that Santa Fe rolling. Red Caboose Productions says I tried making a joke where the people of Chicago are proud that they're on one of the biggest movies ever. Oh no, we got that one. Indeed. Red Caboose. We are proud of Home Alone. In fact, I think in Home Alone, it takes place at a home in Park Forest. And if I'm not mistaken, in the movie there, it shows the train station and the metro train in that one that comes through the town there. I may be remembering that wrong. Am I remembering it wrong? Do you remember a train at all in Home Alone? Not that he rides on the train, just when they're showing the neighborhood when he's out and about. No?
I don't recall. Christmas is like.
Oh, Christmas a long time ago, huh? Husky Productions here. Get him a whistle. Good to see you, Husky Productions. Yeah. All right, Anita, let me show you what we're going to do now. So there is the button that's got the F on it. When you can see the train on the screen, what I want you to do is hit that F button. Ready? I'll tell you when. Now, hit the F button. Hit it again. You got this one going? Oh, gotta hit the R button. I'm not very smart either.
Do we have to do it again?
Nope.
Oh.
That's the rear coupler. Actually, what we need to do is this. Slow the train down. Slow the train down. Do you remember how to get it to reverse?
Yes.
Now hit reverse and go slowly. Really slow in the reverse. Winnetka. Grandpa says that it's Winnetka that Home Alone is taking. And Metro has a small part in that. That's right. That's right.
Then F is again.
And then Red Caboose. Everyone's piping in saying they remember Metro and the Home Alone. And
I don't.
And it says it's so old. There was the old Metro painted cabooses, or the old painted Metro cabooses. Yeah. All right, keep rolling it back. I want to get it so that the nope.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. Yep. Everybody, Grandpa and Tim all know everything. I'm telling you, they know everything.
Everything, but mostly trains.
Man, I was trying to find out anything out about that prototype NW2 all right, stop. Now go the other way. That prototype NW2 that Ben's trains brought up the other now. Hit R now. All right. All right, Anita, now come over here. What I want you to do is hit this one here. That one. All right, and it's going to go right in here. And I want you to stop it before it hits the back end of this train. Gotta take that out. Reverse it. There's one of these is missing a spring, so I might have to do a little. All right, after it, change it, going forward. Oh. Faster. Keep going. A bit more. There you go. Oh, go. Faster. All right. Doing a little dance pantsy, huh? All right. me scoot in here, Anita.
Dance break.
Have to turn that off.
What?
Power to the track, Anita.
Smells great.
Smalls?
Smells. Smells. Thank you.
Can you grab me that other one, Anita? I got it.
I want it.
Why don't you look and see what they're saying up there, and then.
Stuff from Red Caboose Productions says, I believe the cab car was leading because I thought I saw the Metra F40PH was moving backwards. How about Lionel Trains and Christmas Story? Some really good pre-war and
Oh yeah, that's
store
another one.
window 5344. Is that how I say it? And a big banana and a hiawatha. DB Tech says George Werder, that was pretty good. I think someone had a model of that in their premiere video that Wally made.
Yeah. Yeah. You're doing good, Anita. See, we're gonna replace George as we speak. Go, keep going.
Red Caboose Productions says, imagine if we could shrink ourselves and ride in a model train. That would be cool. And less dangerous because model trains derail less realistically and real trains, but still dangerous. Yes, that would be awesome.
All right, so this one's gonna be a little bit harder, Anita, to run. Why don't you go over there?
It depends on if George is running the train.
Actually, here's what we're gonna do. Go over there, Anita. We're gonna use the MTH. No, right here, Anita. This is fine. We're gonna use the MTH. All right. So can you turn that one on there, Anita? The throttle on. Go ahead, turn it on. All right, Anita, come here. No, you gotta keep it on. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna use the MTH. So this one, in order to operate it, you go up and down like that. The speed. That one's gonna stay at like different. There you go. Hey, Jerry Satterley's here. Good to see you, Jerry. Hold on. We gotta get him a whistle. Let me see if I can get you a whistle. No, I got the whistle, Nita. I got the whistle. Oop, need some more power, Nita. Oh, poop. I forgot the.
Wow.
I need to test that remote control.
Good evening, folks. Let's roll some questions. Can I ask the comment section some questions?
What's that?
Can I ask them all some questions?
Yeah, please. Nita, that's awesome.
I guess which type of train do you guys prefer more? Do you like steamies? Sorry. Do you like the steamies, diesels, or the electric trains?
There you go. That's a good question.
Hey, Mom. What's up? So you guys can answer if you like steamies, if you like diesels, or you like electric trains. And you can even put which ones you specifically like. Yeah. You guys gotta speak up! You guys were here a couple of streams ago, I forget. But I was a recorder. Always saying speak up.
Speak up, George.
Speak up!
Even Anita said it.
Speak up! Yes, even I said it. Even though sometimes I have to speak up.
You do good, Anita.
Jerry says I like them all. Feel the same way. Even the ones that don't work.
Ugh.
What's the train that you got? 70E, right?
700.
700E.
Yes.
Same thing.
There we go. Now I gotta figure it
So
out.
these guys got 700E recently. Just a little story. And they put it up by our family portrait, kind of. It's like a big canvas with a picture on it. And it's kind of on like the shelf on top of the fireplace in the living room. So whenever I dance in the living room or jump, it like shakes. And I always have like this gut feeling that it's gonna fall. But I know it's not gonna fall. Hasn't happened yet. Hopefully it will never happen. Good answer, Grandpa. There are no bad trains. Yep. There are no bad trains.
There we go, Anita. You're back on running now.
Mom says she likes the purple train. Yep, because it's her favorite color. Hey, Papa, do you still have the thing that goes through?
Yes.
What is that?
No, it doesn't stay though. Steven says he likes steam trains, Anita.
Steam trains. I'm with you.
Doing good, doing good. We got it on a little inner loop there running.
Mom says purple train. Yep, purple's her favorite color. You guys didn't know that. So she's obviously gonna like the purple train.
Atlantic Coast Line is the purple one, Anita. Did you see when we were running that one the other day? You know, that Mama's got a train, her own. She's got all passenger cars with it too. It's beautiful. So let's read what Red Cooper's production there says.
Imagine riding in a model passenger train and then slamming into a stop because of the locomotive derailed. Like I said, model trains derail less realistically than real trains, but sometimes derail so bad. Yeah, when George was little, right, we used to like crash trains all the time. Like,
Not on purpose.
not on purpose, but it would happen like all the time. It would just like boom, crash. So yeah, if you guys were in those trains back then on the old layout, you would have
Wouldn't
no
make it.
chance of living. Those golden spike trains were hand built from blueprints. Can you believe that? Thank you, National Service.
National Park Service is what she's saying.
Oh,
The National Park Service helped build those trains. You know what the Golden Spike is, Anita?
no.
So back after the Civil War, they wanted to build a train that would go all the way from one coast of the country to the other coast of the country. So they hired two railroads to do it. They hired the Central Pacific to go from California east, and they hired the Union Pacific to go west. And they both started to build a railroad across the country to meet in a certain spot. And they met at a place called Promontory Point, Utah. And that was where the two railroads met. And then when they met, the last piece of the rail where it came together, they put in a spike that's called the Golden Spike. And there was a big ceremony for that. 1869, I think, is when that happened.
That's cool.
Yep, and now it's a national park out there. And they've got two engines that come out.
Have you been there before?
I've never been. Grandma and Grandpa have been, but I've never been.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Red Caboose Production says, oh dear. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Fun fact for Anita:
Oh. For Anita.
the
The
Central.
Central Pacific, sorry. The Central Pacific was basically Southern Pacific. Oh.
There you
Didn't
go.
know that.
Yeah,
Didn't know that?
we did.
Is that like something every train person
No,
does?
it's not. So zero.
Send your
Yeah, I know.
password or whatever.
You want to go the other way? Isn't that cool? This, like I said, we're running. For those of you that are new here, we run our system here off of. We've got two of them. We got the Lionel Legacy, and we also have Lionel Legacy, we've got train master command control down here. You got it. We got them hooked up. You probably can't see that. And we've got them running through the Mike's Train House DCS operated with the Wi-Fi interface unit, the WIU. So with the Mike's Train House operation, we don't have the remote for that. We operate that right off of an app on our phone. Anita, hold up the app, show them the app. So that's what Anita's doing right now. She's running a conventional locomotive, the F3s in the back, the Lionel F3s, using a variable power that's running from the ZW transformer through the DCS, but then operated with the phone, controlling the voltage output to the track. That's what she's doing.
Otis says, what about put my garden train out 1G scales, different yard check. The price, it's about 300 for startup set.
Yeah, you know what he's talking about, Anita? Yeah, like a garden railroad.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Like that would be very nice to just look at. I would probably.
You like the big garden scale stuff? That'd be fun to have in your garden.
It would be fun. Yeah, it sounds very garden. Still do, but it's like a jungle now.
Very jungle right now.
Very jungle.
It's
yeah.
more like a tundra, like a wasteland right now.
Yeah.
And jungle would mean there are things growing there. Right now it's just.
Yeah, I'm kind of embarrassed about that.
It's like Mad Max, the fairies.
Yes, exactly like Mad Max. Yeah, I'm kind of embarrassed about that, but yeah, we'll have to fix that.
So let's see here. We got a couple of people. We got Brian Burns coming back, and we've got Bill's Vlogs checking in again. Welcome back, Bill. Thanks for checking in. So DB Tech is asking, so there's a controller in the engine or at the ZW? And DB Tech, to clarify, what it is the power is coming from the ZW, and it goes through a interface unit. Let me see if I can show you down here. Kind of hard. But there's a down here. It's wired through this, which is which controls the voltage of the track power. But what happens though is connected to this up here is the Wi-Fi interface unit. This one. And this actually sets out a Wi-Fi signal that app is connected to, and the app controls the voltage, or the app controls through the Wi-Fi the voltage in the DCS unit. The cool thing is also through that DCS unit we've got hooked up both legacy and command control, and that's why you can also see while she's running that, she's running a conventional Lionel train through a Mike's Train House wireless system. I also, over here, I'm running a legacy Lionel train with a TMCC control. So I tried to make it so everything would be compatible with each other. That was what my thought was when we started wiring up the layout. So there's your long answer, hopefully. George Borderick says, I would like to have a garden railroad, however I would need pontoons and floats.
Yes, their garden is really nice. Grandma does a good job of keeping it all pretty and everything, and their little pond with fish, frogs. Yeah, Grandma likes to share some pictures of it to us. Yeah, it's very pretty. Just giving a shout out to Grandma for keeping it nice.
Shout out to Grandma. Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
So Red Caboose Production says, does anyone know if is the Santa Fe ran by the Midway Airport in Chicago, Illinois? I'm asking because BNSF runs by my house. It's a good question, Red Caboose Production. I don't know the answer to that, but I'm sure that there's going to be some people on the stream here that know.
Did you say Illinois?
Did I say Illinois?
Yes.
Illinois.
Hey,
Hey, guess who's here? Humanity's here. Give him a whistle. Humanity Junction, I gotta tell you, you got my son crazy about this T-Track. For his birthday, he got a T-Track module, and he went out and bought some N-scale trains and N-scale track. He's all fired up about this T-Track module. He's so badly...
Same as George.
What's that?
Same as George, right?
No, that's him.
Oh.
He's the one that got George... George got fired up through, talking to him, and meeting him and everything like that. So I
Good
and
job.
he was hoping to show you on the stream yesterday, um, and he wants to badly show you the module that he's made so far. But Humanity Junction, he's a joker, and he says it's good to see that George is not wearing a hat today.
He wasn't wearing a hat. You guys would see big afro kind of head. Not afro, but like poofy hair.
So DB Tech says, okay, I get it. You turn up the ZW and the DCS controls the speed and the voltage. Exactly, DB Tech. Exactly. Bill's Block says, how do you run the older trains that don't have Bluetooth with a hand control? Well, that's a good question, Bill. Just like I explained it before, what we've got is we've got the ZW over here, and that actually is controls the voltage to the track, of course, okay? Now, out of the ZW, it goes down, and we've got 3 different systems down there that we've got running the power from the ZW. But the ZW goes into the Mike's Train House DCS is what it's called, the digital control system. And the digital control system then controls the voltage that goes out to the track, and it also controls the remote control signal that goes out to the track. So then from that DCS, we've got it wired up through a Wi-Fi interface unit. You can see the Wi-Fi interface unit right down here. And then that Wi-Fi interface unit can get signals from a phone, a Wi-Fi that's hooked up to the Wi-Fi system. So that's actually what we've got going on here, is we've got the phone that's hooked up to the Wi-Fi interface system through that. And then on the phone, you can actually control the voltage of the track, which is going to control the speed of the train. And you can see that happening right behind me with that with the F3s, the Santa Fe F3s behind me. So Humanity says, I'm glad that I'm a bad influence on George. Yeah, I hear you. I got my eye on you. So Tim's train, so you need some more power there, Anita. At Reg Produce Productions, yes, because yes, it does, because the cow yard ran right by Midway. Humanity says, I'm going to go watch a TV show with a girlfriend. I'll catch you again soon. I definitely want to see that T-Track module. Right on. We'll be back, for those of you that are here, we'll be back on Sunday at 6. Sunday at 6 p.m. Got the Indy 500 on Sunday. It's a rebroadcast of last year's Indy 500. But we're celebrating this year, aren't we, Anita?
Yeah.
We're going to celebrate on Friday for Card Day.
Wear a checkered flag.
Ooh, yeah, we got to look that up right when we're done. We got to get you
Yeah.
some checkered flag stuff. So we're celebrating Card Day on Friday, and then we're the race on Sunday. But our next stream is going to be on Sunday at 6 p.m. Central, everybody. Sunday, 6 p.m. Central. Write that down, because we're trying to figure out a regular time when we can do our streams, and one of them is going to be for sure on Sunday at 6 p.m. Central. So write that down. That's when we'll be back. Everybody here.
That will be the day before my birthday. I'm going to get really hyped up. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, it's the day before, or a couple days before, or Sunday is the day before your birthday. You want to come down here and celebrate on the street?
Yeah.
That'd be fun, huh?
Monday or Sunday?
Sunday. No, we're not going to stream on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Monday is solely for your birthday. Right there. We're going to do some fun stuff for your birthday. Like I'm going to bring, you know what I was thinking we could do, Anita?
What?
I'm going to bring some linoleum out, put it on the driveway, you and I, we can break dance together for your birthday.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
You'll hurt your back.
Not when I'm breakdancing. I'll be so in the zone.
Yeah, but like you're gonna do one of those spin thingies on your back where you go like you spin around.
Oh, I'm going to do some up rock. Can you do some breakdancing, Anita?
Like
Do the robot.
Spinning thing. Oh, okay.
Do some robot. Wait. Oh, I want more. Yep. All right, Stephen, good to see you. We'll see you on Sunday. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope you enjoyed your time here. We'll give you a call on Monday.
Oh,
Um,
the spinny thing I'm talking about is where you like go on the ground.
oh, I know what you're talking about. The break dance. Backspin, Anita, backspin.
I don't know. I can't remember. Enter.
What time is your, speaking of that, what time is your dance class? It's 7:30. It's your dance class?
Yeah.
So you need to go?
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Bye.
All right. See you, Anita. Thanks for coming. And just like that, she gone. She gone. Yeah. So, good stuff. Always fun to have Anita out here and running the trains with her. It's kind of fun to see that she's so excited about them, too. DB Text asking, is that carpet on top of the layout? It is. And just to kind of give you a little bit of a...
Mom's computer's occupied.
Ooh, Occupado? All right. Well, with that, I will get back to your question on DB Tech, but Anita needs to use my computer, and my computer is what we're using for the stream.
No, yeah, I know. I'm saying I'm not going to do that.
We can use my computer. You
No,
can,
you're doing this.
that's all right. We were about an hour and a half into the stream. Actually, Anita, you can use my work computer.
Because we only have 2 minutes.
Well, you can get on it with this one. Mom can do it. Is it? You want to stay here? No dance? Is it contemporary? Which dance? Hip hop. That's your favorite. We'll get her going.
We only have 2 minutes.
We'll get her going. You have a go up and get my other computer. We'll do this. And have Mama text me the link. All right. Yeah, I agree with you, Jerry. It's time to change my co-host. As far as this goes, DV Tech, the carpet on top of the layout, we did that at my grandpa's, or my dad's layout, George's grandpa's layout, because we want to do when this is all said and done, we're going to do a winter scene on the layout. And the carpet's actually really nice because it deadens the sound. It deadens the sound on the layout. So I'm just trying to think here how I can help Anita out and still, let's see if I can do something here, guys. Hang with me for a second. Hang with me. Hang with me, sorry. Trying to... see if I can... I hope that ain't working. Well, I'm afraid that this is the only way we can do it. All right. Eric Lee says you're using some old Transformers. Yes, you are. We got a couple old ZWs that we use, and that's actually just the old part. But throughout the layout here, the ZWs are hooked up, as I was explaining before, the way that it kind of works out here is we've got the ZWs that are controlling the power, but they come down here, and you can kind of see what we've got going on down here. The ZWs come down to the DCS TIU, which then comes up and operates through the Wi-Fi interface unit. And that Wi-Fi interface unit, no Dyson, oh, hold on. Everybody hold with me for a second. Did Mama text me the link? Did she text it? Did you ask her? Tell me when it comes up. Sorry, everybody. Give me a second, everybody. Sorry about this. I lost time here working with Anita, which is great that she was on here.
Can I grab that?
What's that? I've got to get the Zoom up on there. And I've got to get that from Mama as soon as she texts it to me. She hasn't texted it to me. Can you? Sorry, everybody. I need the Zoom link. So, Anita, this is what I need. She needs to give me the Zoom link to get to the computer. Yeah, Zoom. That's exactly what we're doing. So, Eric, yeah, anyway, we've got it. So we've got the ZWs that hook up through the DCS TIU. And then we've got it operating off the Wi-Fi. And we've also got legacy and command control operating off of that. So that's how we've been rolling. That's how we were. Oh, and I forgot we've got the legacy Wi-Fi also, the Lionel Wi-Fi that we can utilize the Wi-Fi app for that as well. Yeah. Well, hey, listen, I feel real bad here that my daughter's scrambling around because she's got dance class and I'm not sure, my wife must be on a Zoom meeting utilizing her computer. So we've got a loss of computers going on here. I think I hear it coming back down. There we go. Oh, no, that's from my grandma. Yeah, anyway, what I'll do then, if you guys don't mind, is, gosh, never mind. If you just give me a second, I want to go check and see what's going on upstairs. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Just wanted to make sure that Anita didn't get screwed out of her dance class. She really loves dance class. And my partner George, he's a little under the weather today, and we only have a lack of we only have so many computers in the house, and I've got one computer up here. I think my wife's on a Zoom computer, and I've got another computer that's an old computer that we have broadcast up here. And I wanted to make sure my daughter, in these times that we're at home here, has been doing virtual dance classes where she actually uses a computer and learns the dance, or learns, I should say, learns her techniques from her dance classes on a distance. So that's been kind of fun to see. So Bill's asking, all right, so how's the legacy set up? The legacy on the remote is hooked up through the DCS TIU, and so it goes to the TIU, and then the legacy comes off of that, and then the TMCC comes off the legacy. So with all of those things, you can run both the legacy and the TMCC with that, so that we can operate. We've got the TMCC. I've got the legacy remote backup over here, which we can utilize. I don't have MTH remote. I didn't get the system with the MTH remote, so discontinuing that. And I thought, you know what, I'd rather try and do it with the WIU first. And they're getting a premium for the MTH remote these days. And I just don't want to spend $160 or whatever it costs to get an MTH remote. I'll suffer through the WIU, I think, or not suffer. I'll learn and take the learning curve on the WIU. So that's pretty cool. All right, Red Caboose Productions says, hey, I'm back. So yes, I'm 98% sure. I lost you on that one. Sorry. All right, thanks guys. Watching Trains Oregon, good stuff. Um, so Tim's Train says at Bill's blog, the legacy is hooked up using one wire to broadcast a signal. It's really easy to uh, broadcast a signal. And Red Caboose Production, I like that. Red Caboose says press F to sit next to Wally so he isn't lonely. Well, thank you for thinking of me. Jigoku Samurai says just got home. What? Anything interesting happened? Yes, you miss it all, Jigoku. George has been sick, and so he wasn't able to do the stream today. I was doing the stream with the Santa Fe Queen, who's been down here operating with me, but then she realized she had to run upstairs and do a virtual dance class, video dance class, so she went up there, and that's where she's at, and I'm flying solo right now. We're operating the post-war Santa Fe F3 up back here, rolling with the freight set, and then we got some weird combinations going. We got that set, which has got the Train Collectors Association Midwest Division, 3 cars in the front, and the Train Collectors Association 3 box cars in the back. So the Midwest Division of the Train Collectors Association. Hey, all right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, back from the dead. How you feeling, bud? I've been you're a little bit under the weather, and I didn't know you were going to come down, so good to see you. I'm glad that everything is good. Eric Lee says, I want to... So there, interesting thing happened, Jigoku. George is back. Look at that.
I am back.
Just in time. Got the smile. Everybody was telling me I need to replace you with Anita.
No.
Because Anita doesn't talk about everything but mostly trains. Anita says we're talking about trains but mostly everything. Shoot. What you got, George?
Nothing. Just came down here, check things out, you know. But yeah.
Very good, very good. Sorry, I was just got a text and I knew it was something about the stream, so I wanted to make sure that it was that we're 5x5, that we got good audio, good everything like that. I'm sorry. Yeah. You know what I was thinking, George? What we need to do, and this will be easy, or not easy, but I think that was something we can do. That new earbud that you've got a speaker in it, right? That you use for your telephone. I think we can hook that up through the computer. I think that would solve a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. So the Texas Train Master says, I'm watching your stream and I'm playing trains at the same time. We like that. Vancouver's Production says, hey, you stole my quote. It's okay. Everybody's looking at this. George. Timothy Kidard's here. Coming in. Good to see you, Timothy. Thanks for it. He says, I am a Gardner River. We were talking about Gardner Railroads while you're gone, George.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's cool. Yeah, we had a bunch of track for and those skills on them.
We sure did.
Never happened, though. But, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Bill Cabernis is checking it. Says he's alive.
Yes, I am alive. Oh, yeah. I'm tired, though.
So Eric Lee says, yay, we know he's feeling better. I hope you're feeling better, George.
Thanks.
So, hey, my Yaya says, hey, George. Texas Train Master says, howdy, George. Guess what? I hit 100 subscribers.
Yeah, nice, yeah.
Look at
When
that.
I hit 100 subscribers. Pretty cool.
Grandma says, roger that, Eric Lee. And Otis Big O says, if you get time, can you give me a parts list for the ZW through the Wi-Fi so I could look it up and see if I can buy the parts myself to put on my layout? Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of stuff on there. And I really like the way that the Wi-Fi operates on the layout. What do you think, George?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Both of them, actually. You guys are talking about this one?
Everything.
Oh, yeah. I like it. This one can be a touch and go every once in a while, but the Lionel one's pretty reliable. Though we don't use it as much because we got these, but yeah.
So what do we got there, George? Why don't you explain the system?
So we have a MTHWIU over here, and then we have a Lionel LCS Wi-Fi system underneath by the TIU. But yeah, the WIU is hooked up to the TIU, and then the LCS is hooked up to the legacy system, which is hooked up to the TIU. But yeah.
Let's see, Santa Fe says, I'm glad to know the Santa Fe ran by my house. Do you know what railroad passed by your house? Yeah, the Burlington by us.
Yeah.
We live on the Burlington route. We got the Burlington route that ran right through downtown Yorkville where we live here. And then we have the main line, the route of the Zephyrs that ran through the other part of Yorkville too. Brian Burns says, how was Fortnite by yourself instead of being with the boys?
I was playing with some friends, but I haven't played with them in a while. But yeah.
Why don't you scoot up here, George? I'm not sure everybody can hear you. I'm watching the... What's that?
But yeah.
What's that?
Yes.
Let's see, Eric Lee says, my first model train layout was G scale, but now I'm mostly LHO scale.
That's cool. That must have been a pretty big layout. Or you probably had to have a lot of space for a G-scale layout.
Yeah, G-scale out would have been really big. Speaking of that, Humanity Junction was here, and I was telling him about your
T-track module?
Yeah, about your T-track module.
Oh, what do you say about that?
I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, just checking in, and George, this is nothing against you. Just can everybody hear George? Because I want to make sure that I've got the. I had some trouble hearing George the other day when I re-reviewed in the audio for George. He's a little bit more quiet than I am, so sometimes it's a little hard to pick up the audio for George. All right. So Cross Anchor Railroad says, Wally, what are your favorite type of rolling stock passenger or freight? Also, what type of cars? Me, I like passenger trains. My favorite type of passenger train car is I like the dome car. Because the dome car was made right down the road from where we live. The first dome car was made in Aurora, Illinois, which is right down the road from our house in the Burlington shops. That's one of the reasons why I love the dome car. So that's my favorite. My favorite.
Yeah. So, yeah, those cars are pretty cool. I like them. I'm pretty sure this is the dome on here is the style dome that was made in Aurora.
Yep, it's very similar. That one wasn't made in Aurora. That's the same style,
yeah.
Right.
Because the early ones had they were squared off, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Like, I'm not sure if you can see it from the camera, but this dome, it's instead of it being roundish, like a lot of the more modern ones are, or were, I guess. I don't know. Well, how would you phrase that?
They had more. The old ones were more angular.
Because they curved the windows. If I'm correct,
Right.
Right. Yeah. And these are all squared off windows. So yeah, actually, I can stop it. So if you see how these are squarish, and then the newer dome cars they'll be rounded off on the top. But yeah, in fact, I think that one over there. I mean, although they're two very different cars, I can go get my TV monitors. So here's the curved windows, but yeah. So this is what they were early on.
So Bill Cabrera says it's good to see us running some Midwest Division cars tonight. He was wondering when we're going to have the Midwest Division Train Collectors Association night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to do that on Sunday.
We'll have to bring up the F units.
Yeah, we'll have to have all kinds of. We don't have power on our F units, George. Grab us one.
Yeah.
All we got is the shells, but we'll have to do something. So Cross Anchor says, are your switches wired for track or auxiliary power, and do you have them wired for remote by remote, leverage remote, or for DCS?
We have them on a leverage remote, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I can control them right here.
We have them a separate. We have a separate transformer for them.
Auxiliary power.
which is right there. And we've got them. We don't have them through the DCS. We've just got them through the push button switches here around the layout. And one of the reasons why we did that is our layout is kind of meant as a walk around layout where you can walk around and see everything like that rather than having just a stationary spot on the layout. So we had considered using a control panel and trying to work a control panel in. But then we thought, you know what, we're just going to put the switches and we're going to put the portions of the control panel and blocks all on the layout, on the outside of the layout that corresponds where everything's at.
I think it's turned out pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, I do too.
Switch everything from where you are. But yeah. Pretty neat. I don't know, I think it's better for operating in my mind. You go where your train is, you know, you don't have to stand in one spot.
Right.
Or have two people at once and do it by yourself.
Right.
But yeah.
Said CSX GE ET44AC says, how you guys doing today? I'm doing good. George is sounds like, feels like he's bouncing back a little bit, huh? Pretty tired though.
Yeah. yeah. Very tired.
Bill Converted says he can hear George mumbling in the background. Probably that isn't George mumbling. That's that growler that we got rolling back there. I'll turn that down so everybody can hear George a little bit better.
Somebody want to see those run?
Yes.
Oh.
So we were running those.
Yeah. That's cool. Those are sweet engines. I love those. The B units. I like running those B unit too. It's pretty cool.
Cross Anchor Production says looks like a princess cut diamond. LOL. Let's see here. Eric Lee says, what's your favorite engine that you have, George?
Probably the big boy. Is that out? Or did we put that away?
The big boy is out. It's right there.
Oh,
We just
cool.
put it over to the side. Somebody gave us a super chat, so we're running what they wanted.
Oh, that's cool.
We got a
Who
super
was
chat
that?
from Big O.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Was it for the
Oh yeah. Frozen train
Frozen
set.
train set?
Yep. We, super chat from Big O and trains and things. So, let's see here. Yeah, DB Tech says he's waking up slowly. No, what? George has got this thing now where every time I ask him to speak up, he gets more and more pissed at me, and it's kind of like one of those Chinese games, you know, or things where you stick your fingers in the hole, where like the harder you try to pull it out, the worse it gets. That's how I feel it is right now psychologically with my son and telling him to speak up. Every time I tell him to speak up, I think in his mind he's thinking that he is speaking loud. So it's like the Chinese game where every time I'm trying harder and it just pulls harder. Have you ever seen that, the Chinese finger game?
It's in the Addams Family.
Yeah, the Addams Family, the Chinese finger game. That's how I feel it is every time I tell you to speak up, or if I read something from somebody that says speak up, then I get this look right here. Everybody can see this look. George, look, that's the look if you want to see it. And then he's like, I am talking loud. I am talking.
Okay.
Oh. Eric Lee says it looks like a nice tangled mess of wires on there. Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm trying to make it look better, but yeah. Trains thinks a little nap does wonders, eh, George?
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah.
And Tita says, hey, George.
Hi. Welcome to the stream. Oh, you've probably been on for a while, but yeah. Hi.
Oh, Grandpa's saying that this week in honor of the Indy 500 week, or what should be the Indy 500 week, that they're doing race movies on Channel 32.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
Cool. That's really cool, actually.
Bill's Vlogs has been here for a while, says gotta go. See you next time. Sounds good. We'll be back We'll be back on Sunday, 6 p.m. Sunday, 6 p.m. Central.
Yes.
So write that down.
Yeah.
Cross Anchor says, have you ever been to the Strasburg Railroad?
I've never. I know you have.
I've been to the Strasburg Railroad, but I so badly wanted to take George one day because not only
I've heard like really good things about it. It seems like everybody. I don't know, like where everybody always talks about it. Like it's like like not just like some museum. It's a cool place to go. I don't know. I just heard a lot of cool things about it. In fact, I have a bunch of friends that go out there a lot too.
Yeah. It's a beautiful place with some beautiful equipment. They've got the railroad that runs out there with some beautiful steam engines. Right down the road from that is the National Toy Train Museum run by the Train Collectors Association.
That's right. Yeah. In fact, that's where all those, or that's where we got, or no, we didn't get the kids club car from that, did we? Remember the one we gave Uncle Bill?
No, we didn't.
Oh.
But
That's from there, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, the museum. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been there though either. I want to go there. That museum. It seems pretty cool. But,
Yep.
yeah, gotta have some pretty cool stuff there. I'm guessing. But yeah.
Got it. Grandpa's saying, Eric Lee says, I'm sort of near where you live, only about 2, 3, 4 hours away from you. Well, that's cool, Eric. Well, one of the things that we're doing, or that we're hopefully doing, and we haven't really talked about it too much. We talked about it when we first started doing the stream, but we kind of backed off when we saw how everything happened with the stay-at-home. But we want to have a YouTuber meet and greet, a tailgate party out at the Illinois Railway Museum if they open up and get things going at their annual showcase that happens in September. I think that would be a lot of fun.
That is that's good. If it happens, that's gonna be really fun. I was looking forward to it when we had kind of planned it.
Right.
But sadly, I don't know. Hopefully it happens though. I really hope that happens. That'll be fun.
Grandpa says that on the Grand Prix is on, and Le Mans, it just ended, and Le Mans is on now for the racing movies.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Are they like are those movies or are they like replays of
No,
races?
the movies.
Oh.
They're really good movies, like old movies.
Yeah.
Dean Klinger says the Strasburg Railroad is only an hour from where he and Brian live.
Oh, that's cool.
And Eric Lee says East Broad Top is coming back to steam in 2 or 3 years.
That's neat.
Yeah. And then Jerry points out that the Pennsylvania Trail Museum is right across from the Strasburg Railroad. So it's something that's separate, but a lot of people go there and visit together.
Oh, that's interesting.
And they've got a lot of neat equipment there, a lot of really beautiful collection at the Pennsylvania Train Museum.
I thought that they were like the kind of the same like people who ran it.
I thought so too. But I think that I know that there's some symbiotic relationship to them, where they go together. But yeah.
Yeah, that would be that's strange, but that's cool. That's cool that they have two railroad museums really close to each other. Although, does the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum have any like operating steam engines, or is that just Strasburg's kind of thing over there?
I think that's all Strasburg, but again, it's something where they operate where they operate in conjunction.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not real sure. Crossacre Railroad says, "What's that Norfolk and Western engine back there on the Dukes of Hazzard ramp? My first steam engine back in the day, covered in oil and coal, crying not to leave the cab. Hell, I think that Carter was a president. LOL." So why don't you explain what you got back there?
Should I go get it?
Sure.
Okay, so this is I'll explain it.
D. Klinger's saying maybe you guys could do a meetup at Strasburg. Well, I think that somebody was going to do a meetup at Strasburg. I think it was Sparky 107 was going to do a meetup there in Strasburg. That would be cool. I'd love to do a meetup there in Strasburg, but that's probably about 13 hours away from where we live. That's why we're doing the Illinois Railway Museum, which is about an hour away from where we live. And the Illinois Railroad Museum is one of the best, if not the best, train museum in the world.
It's definitely the largest.
I'll go to bet on that. Yeah, it's definitely the largest train museum we've been to, isn't it?
Well, I think it's the largest in the United States. I'm not sure about world. I would guess that it's the largest in the world, but it's marked on Wikipedia as the largest in the United States.
Oh, does it? Okay. Yeah. If it's on Wikipedia, it's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be true. That's right. But anyways, so here's the engine. It's Norfolk and Western. Norfolk and Western Fantasy Heritage Unit for the Norfolk and Southern. It's a pretty sweet engine. I like it a lot. I got it for Christmas this year. I did not think in a million years I'd get this engine just because of how rare they are. I know they're pretty hard to find. But yeah, this is pretty neat engine. We run it quite a bit on the streams. Not as much as the steam engines. Those steam engines seem to be a favorite. Favorite of mine. Just a lot of people too. I know you like them. But yeah, I like this engine a lot. Pretty cool.
So let's see. Eric Lee says I went to IRM last year with my camp. It goes through the summer in Green Bay. Yeah, that's a great spot. Great spot. And Jerry says that the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum and the Strasburg Railroad are two different places. Trains and things, I'm telling you, it's like a Chinese torture game. And the more I talk about it, the worse it gets. So, all I am hoping that rather than me having to go out and buy the stuff to have that and figure out which would be a PIA for me, that I can just simply say, George, can you talk louder? And George Werdick says it wasn't 750 miles from here. It would be a fun weekend. No operating at the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum. I agree with Grandpa.
Yeah.
Texas Trainmaster says the best railroad museum I went to was the California State Railroad Museum. That's a good one too.
That one I just like the way I've seen pictures of there. I know my mom's been there, but I don't know. I just like from the pictures I've seen, it seems like pretty well. I don't know, just like the exhibits there. It's kind of like the Museum of Science and Industry. It reminds me of just because
just the presentation of everything.
Yeah. It's more of just like I don't know. I haven't seen like everything there, but it's the pictures that I've seen. It seems like they take a lot of time and money. Put in the money or putting their exhibits. Making them look nice.
Right.
I know there's a lot of other museums where, and I know it's a lot of times they try really hard to keep everything preserved, but it's just
hard.
Too much. Yeah.
Right.
But I think they do. From what I've seen, I'm pretty sure all museums probably have a censored by the scene.
No, I was just seeing if that was working because the sound is off. And Railfan JK just checked in, and so I was just checking to see if it was ready to go.
Oh. That's cool about that engine. You can still blow the whistle. I think the bell works too.
Yeah, with the sound
But I
on.
know like the big boy, like some of the earlier engines you can't do that with. But I think that's pretty cool with that engine.
Well, welcome, Railfan. Railfan JK. D. Klinger says that Norfolk and Western Heritage is like my Norfolk and Southern ST-78 Pennsylvania Railroad Heritage. I even think they came out in the same year. I think they did.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And then he says Brian has a video of it on his channel. Cross the Anchors Railroad says beautiful engine. Thanks.
Yeah, that is. I love that engine a lot. And the cool part about it is its legacy too. It's got all the cool like sound. I turned the smoke unit on. It's got all the cool like sounds that you can work on here. So I don't know. I like this remote a lot. The Cab 2. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
See, D. Klinger says, I think the Altoona Museum is pretty cool. And Eric Lee got a chance to see the engine shop at the IRM. That'd be something really cool to do. See, wouldn't that be neat?
Yeah. I know Tim works out there, too.
Tim from Tim's Trains. He volunteers out there. Spends a lot of time working on the
morning prep on 1630, which is pretty cool, actually. Didn't know that till we went out to ride behind 1630. He's out there in overalls, just like covered in like covered in soot. It's actually pretty cool. So a lot of the guys that we know from the 7.5 gauge stuff too volunteer out there. Which I thought was just pretty cool, just because it's all the same stuff, just 1-to-1 scale,
Right. So D. Klinger says, I think the Altoona Museum is pretty cool. Nexus Gamer's here, checking in. Give him a whistle. Says my dad works for the Union Pacific, and it's pretty cool. We like the UP around here, don't we, George?
Yeah, UP's pretty cool railroad.
Tim's Train says the 1854 Lionel's What If Pennsylvania Railroad Heritage Unit came out before the Norfolk and Western What If Heritage Unit.
That's neat. I didn't know they made a Pennsylvania What If Heritage Unit. Honestly, I think the real Pennsylvania Heritage Unit is pretty cool. I wish that they did that paint scheme for the Norfolk and Western one, or something along the lines of like the J-class paint schemes. Just because it's kind of like in that paint scheme. I'm not sure if they're exactly like the same, but I don't know. I think there's a J-class or the passenger cars. That'd be pretty cool too.
Right. And then Texas Trainmaster says that he wishes that the California Railroad Museum could fire up the Cat Ford that they have.
Yeah, I wish so too. But I know that's got to be crazy. How many articulated locomotives are in service right now? Only one that I know of. I know they're working on a couple, but it's gonna take a long time before. Honestly, I don't think they have a problem with like manpower. I just think it's like funding, for a lot of those
Sure,
projects.
sure, yeah.
Because I mean, I know.
Have a knowledge base to fix all of that
That's
stuff
true,
and do all
yeah.
that stuff,
That's
which is sad because probably a lot of that's just, with the steam it's the people that know how to do it.
Yeah, but I think what's cool about that too is the 7.5 gauge stuff.
Right.
It's teaching people more about it.
Why don't you tell everybody what 7.5 gauge is, George?
So 7.5 gauge is ride-on trains, or they're like ride-on trains that I think they're pretty popular around the United States. I know there's lots of clubs in different areas. I mean, there's a club less than 15 minutes away from us, so I mean we go out there a lot. But it's basically ride-on trains, and the cool part about 7.5 gauge is there are modelers who actually have real steam engines, and a lot of people might be saying they're fake and stuff like that, but they are,
They operate
they operate like the real thing. And I mean, I know a couple of people who say it's probably even harder to operate than the real thing because you have more of a crew on the real thing, and 7.5 gauge stuff is just by yourself.
Right.
We have to watch the coal, water, and I mean it teaches you a lot about that stuff, which I think is kind of cool because it kind of goes over to the real stuff. And if you know a lot about the real stuff, it's kind of just like picking up
right. It's kind of that same thing.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just yeah.
So Grandpa's weighing in and says that for everybody's information, in Omaha, Nebraska, the old Union Station has been restored, and that's a really cool railroad museum too, isn't it?
We've been there, haven't we?
Yeah, we went for the National Pinewood Derby Championship.
That was cool too. And I think they have a PFE, Railroad Museum in Council Bluffs too. It's got a really cool.
Oh right, the UP one over there they do.
Northern there.
Yep.
Sure, yeah.
And as well as the Big Boy and the DD40 there, all that right in the same vicinity.
The Big Boy and that's on the welcome sign,
Right.
but there's a separate museum.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they have a really cool. And there's a lot of cool stuff in that area.
Right. And they've got a operating layout in there, and the complete restored passenger station even with a dining counter in there, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, we flew out there with myself, my dad, and my grandpa. We all went out there. We flew a plane out there, which was probably really fun. I think how old was I? I was about 9 years old. You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably about 11. I think you're older than that.
Yeah, we went out for the National Pinewood Derby, right?
Yep.
And
championship for the Pinewood Derby.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. That was a really fun trip. But yeah, it's cool just how much stuff there is to do out there, and it just seems like when you drive through there, there's nothing there,
Right.
But yeah, it's pretty cool, and I don't know. That's probably one of my favorite trips I've taken. Yeah, we've taken a lot of cool trips, but that
one was fun.
Yeah.
That sure was fun. They had so much neat stuff around there.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of other fun trips that we've taken, Eric Lee's talking about the National Railroad Museum, which is opening on Thursday, by the way. They're reopening the National Railroad Museum on Thursday.
Really?
Up there in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And he says that it's a really good one. And they've got a Big Boy up there. They've got a GG1 up there. George and I got a chance to stay in that overnight.
Yeah.
Big Boy.
Right.
And then he mentions that they've got the Dwight D. Eisenhower A4 Pacific up there.
Yes.
Which is, I've grown to love that engine. I love those A4s. After I like the Mallard's the Mallard. I like, everybody knows about the Mallard. Then I got up there and saw that Dwight D. Eisenhower, and I just fell in love with those A4s. Pretty cool.
I think that we slept in the museum, and it's really cool. They turned all the lights off, but the lights in the engine stay on overnight, so you can see the headlight of the GG1 and the cab light on. And then the Big Boy, you could see all the headlight and the cab you could look into, and it was still there.
Right.
And it's pretty cool, just how everything was displayed there. That's another museum that I was really impressed with, just the way that they have everything.
Yeah, they do. It's really neat how that works, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool. But
beautiful equipment. We weren't even there when they were operating.
I know, that's correct. Yeah.
They've got some neat stuff that they operate there too.
And it's just honestly, it kind of reminded me of a real train layout if you think about it, because there's no real way to get to it. I think there was a small little spur that went out towards the museum, but it didn't go to the train tracks. So it was kind of cool. Just it was a loop.
Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Right. So Eric Lee says, right on trains. Oh, I want one of those really badly.
Yeah, that one. Those are really cool. That's for sure.
George has had a chance to operate those quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, we have to call, or Angel kind of gave it the name of the tank, even though it'd be more like a mouse compared to like all the other engines. But we have one. It's a NW2, right?
Yep.
It's pretty cool. It's a Santa
Let me see
Fe.
if I can pull it up. Go ahead, keep talking,
It's a
George.
Santa Fe freight bonnet. I think that's what they're called, but they're the blue and yellow paint scheme. Um, but yeah, it's pretty sweet engine. I love it a lot. That engine is we've put a lot of driving hours on it. That's for sure. I know Bill Coverness, he's in the chat, or I think he's watching the stream right now. He's got a steam engine that we like to, or that he likes to operate as well. He's let me drive it a couple of times. It's a consolidation engine, and the road name on it's the Northern Pacific, and the number on it's number 84. And I'm pretty sure that's a real steam engine. I'm not sure if it's operating, but I think I don't know where in the United States it is, but I think it's preserved somewhere. But yeah, it's pretty cool engine, that's for sure. And those engines, they're really fun, you know. I enjoy the hobby a lot, especially because they're
It's not up yet.
oh it isn't. Well, there's a lot of everybody in the hobby, or in that hobby, particularly likes like younger members, just because there isn't too many of them, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Here we go. Wait for it. Oh, that's not it. Infinite.
Whoa, infinite. Yeah, it's like when you go to those like I don't know. I've only seen them at like fancy restaurants or like banquet halls when they have the mirrors on both sides and you're able to just look at yourself and it just like curves down. It's pretty cool.
Hold on.
But yeah.
Hope that's not it.
Yeah, but those the 7.5 gauge stuff is really cool. I mean, if you get a opportunity to drive it, it's just a really cool experience. There's a picture of our engine. I'm driving it. My sister's sitting in a flat car, and I think that's got 3 of the cars that we have. We have 8 cars, right? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, it's a pretty neat set we got. I think one of my favorite cars is the caboose on that engine, just because I don't know. I just think it, just something about it. You know, it's really well made. Everything about that train's really nice. All the hoppers or the flat cars on them have like separate like wood strips or like wood paneling on the top, which I find really cool. Um, but yeah. Eric
Yeah.
Lee says National Railroad got its winter a CNW NP15 or a SD 1500. Oh, that's cool. Or SW 1500. That's cool. Nexus Gamer says my dad is helping run the Pacific Big War 414 because one of the crew members is sick. Facts about the big boys. A total of 25 made. Yeah, that's pretty cool, and that is really cool actually. If your dad's helping out with that. You know, I know not a lot of people get the opportunity to work on those gigantic beasts, you know. But yeah. Crossing for Railroad says, George, what are your interests for the future? Are you more technical or creative? What do you think you're going to be when you grow up? Well, I don't really know, honestly. I hate when people ask me that question just because I don't, you know, never really thought about it too much. And when I do think about it, it's just like so many things to think about, if that makes sense. So I don't really know what I'm gonna be. And I don't know. I'd like to say I'm a little bit of both on the. Oh, but yeah, I'd like to say I'm a little bit of both. I do like the technical aspects of things. Oh, and there's me operating the steam engine. It's pretty sweet steam engine, that's for sure. But yeah, I love operating with steam engine just because there's always something you got to do. It's just the responsibility of driving. It's pretty cool if you ask me. Um, but yeah. it's official. George is an engineer, but he's missing the overalls. Yeah, I got jeans on. It does. I don't have any overalls. Yeah, we tried getting overalls a while back, but they didn't really fit me. I don't know. The legs were too small, and then the next size up was way too big. But I don't know. Yeah. Next is Gamer says 4014 is the only one operating today. The big boys were about 133 feet long and weighed 1.2 million pounds. Yeah, they're a pretty big engine, that's for sure. We got one over here, and that one just weighs a lot, and it's a model, you know. But yeah, because of their great length, the frames of the big boys are kind or articulated to allow them to negotiate curves. Yeah, honestly, my favorite. I love articulated steam engines. I don't know about you, but I think they're really cool. We have quite the collection of them too. We have an H6 over here, or H5 over here. You can see it right there. Yeah, I can pick it up. But yeah, this one, we used to run it. Oh, this is in the past couple of years. It's gotten a lot of runtime, but I don't know. This one's kind of one of our underrated articulated locomotives that we have. It's really a trooper, though. You know.
Yeah.
It's been through a lot, if that makes sense.
Yep.
But yeah, and then we have Y3, which is over here behind my dad. I'll go grab that one. That one's pretty cool. I'm gonna wait for the book to move before I put this one back. I don't want to hit it. But yeah, and then we got the big boy, the Cat 4. We had the Class A, which is one of my favorites. That's the first articulated locomotive we got, and that one's also. I mean, that one's more of a trooper than this one. That's got lots of runtime on it.
Yes, it does.
You know, if you could see the mileage on those engines, it would be pretty high, you know, compared to most.
Bill Camernis is saying that there's a lot of video of George running the 84 on GFW
That's
trains
true,
on
yeah.
the YouTube channel. Yeah, there is.
Well, not just me running.
In fact, that's one of my favorite GFW trains videos. Is the one of where George is learning how to run the 84. It was one of the first ones that we put out, or that I produced. George was producing lots of videos long before I was on the scene.
Yeah, but you make the good ones.
I laugh. The one that's got the most hits is not one that I made. It's one that you made. When you were about 9 years old.
It's like the worst video on the channel. That's still up, I would say. Those Thomas ones were pretty bad. But yeah.
Eric Lee's asking the Burke or Greenbrier that is running right now.
That is a Berkshire. It's a Berkshire. Or it's a Pure Marquette or a C&W Berkshire. So technically it should be classified as a Kanawha, but it was originally a Pure Marquette Berkshire. So it's still got the name of a Berkshire.
Right. I might have heard you wrong, but it's a C&O. I don't know if you said C&W.
Oh, I might have said C&W, yeah.
It's a
but it's a C&O one, yeah, Chessie.
Which are usually called
Kanawhas. But since they got this one from, or this specific number one from the Pure Marquette, is Tim can probably fill in on a lot of this. But yeah, it's technically considered a Berkshire. Here's the Y3. This one my grandpa had bought from somebody in the train club, and this one's also one that has gotten a lot of runtime. We love this engine. I just love this engine is probably one of my favorites. I have to admit. Well, any articulated engine we have is my favorite, but I don't know. This one's another trooper. It's always running.
Oh, that one's good. We were
never
running
had a
that
problem
today.
with it. Yeah.
Santa Fe Queen was running that one.
Oh, she was. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's neat. And we've got the Cab 4 behind the station. I know that one. Everybody's got a drinking game on the channel for the Cab 4.
2 drinks there, everybody. I'm already all drinked out. And Texas Trainmaster says if they could get the 1218, the 3985, along with a Yellowstone up and running, we'd have an articulated steam locomotive operating in the U.S. for different variations. Yep. Faux show.
Here's the 1218. This is probably the one we've run the most through the years.
The 1218,
oh,
yep.
Yeah. We've taken this to Milwaukee Train Fest, and let me tell you, some days it would run so much that they were just like, you know, you could tell that it was
ran hot.
Yeah, and you could put your engine on the boiler and it'd be like
your hand up.
Yeah, it would be warm. So yeah, but it still runs. You know, it's it's probably one of the oldest TNCC engines we have. But yeah, it's definitely trooper, that's for sure.
So D Klinger's asking, how do you get one of those live steamers, George?
Hold on, let me just put this on the track real quick. But basically, so there is a website called Discover Live Steam, which is where a lot of people post their their 7.5 gauge locomotive for sale, and it's pretty funny too. A lot of the 7.5 gauge stuff, it's made in very few quantities. So I mean, one that we have is actually probably I don't know how many were made. I know there's think about. Do you know how many?
I don't.
But I know there's very few number made. It's actually one of the more popular ones, but they are still
Right.
made in very few quantities. And we know of 3 in our area, which is pretty cool, made by the same person who made ours. And I think ours was like a really low number too. One of the first
Yeah,
ones.
it was one of the very first ones that were made
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
by Morris Locomotive Works.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, if you want to get one, they have like used ones on Discover Live Steam, and also on Discover Live Steam, they have website or like leads to other websites that make them new for you. But that's I don't know. Sometimes they cost almost as much as a house does. You know?
They're expensive.
Yeah, so
They're expensive.
you'd either have to have a lot
There's
of
some
money.
beautiful steam ones, that's
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
But the steam engines, those you probably have to either think about getting a car or
Or even
a
more
steam
than a
engine.
car.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, because I mean, a lot of people don't think about it, but you know, you got the live steam engine, which costs crazy amount in itself. But then, like when something breaks, you have to either know how to fix it or pay somebody a crazy
Right.
amount to fix it
Right.
for you, which happens a lot,
Mhm.
And the cool part about those live steam engines is you have to learn to work around a lot of that stuff too, just because it's I don't know, it's nothing ever operates right, if you know what I mean. You always gotta gotta have your thinking cap on, I guess. D Klinger says, I wish there was a place to run 7.5 gauge around me. I'm pretty sure there is.
They're all over
there's
the
a
country.
couple, yeah. I think you're by Bernsey, so I'm pretty sure there's a couple in Pennsylvania in your guys' area. I'm almost positive they are. Just gotta look around if you know what I mean. They're and a lot of the times you don't even know that they're there. I mean, because a lot of the railroads have a huge problem with vandalism.
Right.
The track is like super expensive, so a lot of the times people just go to the railroads and tear up all the track and then sell it, or like sell it for like scrap metal, or just sell it for people who are interested in purchasing like track for the 7.5 gauge kind of stuff. I'm not like that, but I'm probably most positive that it's a lot of the time sold for scrap metal, which is kind of sad. But yeah, they do have a huge problem with vandalism, and I know that the our train operating club, we've never really had a problem with the track, or for as long as we've been members, we've never had problems with people stealing tracks. But we have had problems with people, like just messing around on the railroad. I know there's a Cub Scout day camp that's held at the same park that the railroad's on, and I know a lot of those Cub Scouts always are over there, breaking stuff. And
I don't think it's the Cub Scouts. I think
I've
it's
seen
there's
it.
other.
I personally have seen it.
Okay.
I'm not. I can tell you after the stream who I've seen, but yeah, it's pretty yeah. So yeah, that's
Well, listen, George. If you want to keep running the stream, we can keep running. I've been on here for about 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Dang, I didn't even realize it was 8:20.
Yeah, we can keep rolling if you want.
Nah, it's okay. We can end it if you want, but
No, I'm cool. I'm
Yeah.
cool. You seems like you've hit your groove. Even like sounds like you're perking up a little bit, talking better.
So pretty yeah. Kind of
Grandpa says that the prairie state's guarded by man-eating mosquitoes.
And like I don't know what happened, but I remember one time we were driving trains around, and all of a sudden like I felt like something like poop on my hat, and I swear like it's from like a tree or something. It's probably just like I don't know what it was, but I go on there and it felt like a booger. It was just like so like ew, and it was like pretty big, But that's always fun because a lot of like nature around the railroads too, which is kind of cool. So you get to see like,
Yeah, for sure.
you know, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
All right, well, listen, everybody. Well, I'm going to start winding down the stream here. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. It's been good to be here. Good to hang out, to talk trains. It's been fun hanging out with Anita. Fun hanging out with George. We'll be on next, and please write this down. That will be on next on Sunday at 6 p.m. Oh, and gosh, I meant to do this all through the stream and I forgot. If you guys can do me a favor, go over there and smash that thumbs up button, hit that thumbs up button so we can get some more thumbs up on the stream here. I always forget to ask people to do that while we're going, and I think it's something you forget about. But if you can smash that thumbs up button, that would be awesome. Appreciate that. Also, want to take a moment to say let's support each other in our community. There's a couple cool things that we're doing here with our group. One is there's a Discord server that's been set up.
And the Discord server is not designed, but it was created so a lot of people from the stream can continue talking even when we don't have streams, and it's worked out pretty good. I think we have about 45 members on the Discord server, and yeah, it's a pretty neat spot for everybody to just hang out, talk about trains. So. I think there's a link in the description on the Discord server, so if you aren't already signed up for it, please consider doing that. We have a lot of fun time just talking about trains, and yeah.
And then the other one is we all are on YouTube. A lot of us have YouTube channels. I think it's really important that we support each other's YouTube channels. There's a link down in the description below to a website for Sparky 107 that he has a video and an idea of how that we can bring them. All of the model railroaders on YouTube. We've got a neat little corner of the model railroading community here that come in and join us for our live streams. And then he's got a way that even that can coalesce so that our whole group of hobbyists that produce movies can watch or know where to find each other's channels. And then if you like them, you can subscribe to them, and we can all grow our channels together, which is pretty nice. There's a link in the description below. Make sure that you watch that video and then watch the third segment of that video too, because there's another hurdle that you have to jump through as to how that works. But yeah, check that one out. That's a good one. So both of those. Again, please hit that thumbs up button. Appreciate that. And then two, if make sure you pencil us in. We're going to a scale back schedule these days because I'm back nose to the grindstone, brick and mortar office going in there. So I can only be limited time. So again, Sunday 6 p.m. is when we're on next.
Yes, and hope to see you guys there. See you around the roundhouse.
Don't let the booth stick you on the way out. Thanks, guys.
See ya.